What's going on? It's Bud Kelly. Who you with? And I am not waste your time. It appears that being a songwriter sucks, and we got some videos that's going to talk about it. Let's
Being a
go.
songwriter sucks in the business sense. Songwriters are treated like the middle stepchild in the Cinderella story. When I moved to LA in 2018, started charging a songwriter fee to sessions. And you might be saying, isn't that normal? Doesn't everyone have a songwriter fee? No. We come to sessions for free. You pay for yourself to come to a session. They don't feed you. They don't give you food. They don't give you a per diem.
And you got to pack up peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, or you got to order some Domino's, but you got to hope that somebody leaves some pizza. So you can slide in there, get a slice real quick. It's LA too. It's expensive.
And you're meant to work with the producer. An artist will probably make 20 or 30 songs for their album. I came in for this artist with 2 songs. One of the songs got chosen. You never know if your music is getting chosen until the very end, or you see a track listing, or whatever. When the song is decided to put on the album, immediately the producer gets their production fee, and we're talking about $10,000 to $100,000 depending on who the producer is. The studio got paid up front for their studio time, right? We're looking at $1,200 a day. A good engineer is getting paid to mix and master the song. That's around $1,200 to $2,000 to
Everybody getting
depending on who it
paid.
is. $1,200 to
Everybody
$5,000.
getting paid.
Then there's a master engineer who gets paid. So after all these people get paid, the songwriter, they just tell you to fuck off.
Let me say something, right? If you ask me, the songwriter is probably the most important part of this bunch, and yet they don't get an upfront fee. I mean, think about it, right? Every other job in there besides being a producer, like making the beat, every other job there is like it's a practical job. You know what I'm saying? With songwriting and making beats, it's creative. So you gotta be inspired. You gotta force yourself. Like you gotta use your brain to really force yourself to come out with some shit. It's like with an engineer, you put this here and that there, and it's done. It's creative too. But as a songwriter, you gotta really dig deep into your brain and come up with something. Uh-oh. So being a songwriter, it's a very it's one of the most important things of the song, and it takes a lot of creativity. But yet they don't get paid. And like you said earlier in the video, you're not even like, you don't even know if your song is like picked or officially coming out. You don't know if your song's officially coming out until the track listing. Until the track listing come out. So you just sitting there. That's it. You're not getting that. Yeah.
It's actually crazy. You don't get a songwriter fee. You don't get anything. You're supposed to live off royalties. Now, in the good old days, pre-streaming, royalties, if you got a song that sold 1 million hard physical copies, that would change your life as a songwriter. I got my royalty check like
Listen to this.
was it last month, and we're talking about millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of streams, guys. And I think my royalty check was like $2,000, and my pub check was like $300. So
Streaming fucked up the game. Streaming fucked up the game. Like you said, if you had like a album cut back in the day, like you can like really get some money. Like nowadays, you gotta pray that you get the hit song, and you better have a good amount of percentage in that song for it to make some money. This man just said millions of streams. He got $2,000 and 300. Why am I doing music? Why are you doing music? What the fuck are we doing? This shit don't pay. Unless like when you can like finesse things a certain way, whatever. I say get it off the internet for real, but
so getting paid just off royalties is no longer sufficient. So I added in a songwriter fee. So for all the songwriters out there that are listening, that are in the beginning of their career, or you're struggling to stay a songwriter, or you don't want to sign a pub deal, or you're in a pub deal and it's about to end and you haven't recouped.
My stuff froze up. All right, it kind of stopped. We're gonna stop it there, right? But essentially, what he's saying is charge for a songwriter's fee. I like what he's saying, right? And it makes sense. But here's the problem, right? If you're a nobody trying to charge for a songwriting fee, they'll just get rid of you and find somebody else that's willing to do it for free. That's why this music industry will always be messed up, because there's always some idiot ready to get in line to get. Take that. You like that? No, I don't like it. You gonna take it. You gonna take it. You gonna get paid. Okay. There's always an idiot that's gonna jump in there and do it. That's why this will never be better. It'll never get right. So, yeah. All right. Let's listen to this young lady. Let's see what she got to say. Do songwriters get paid well?
So a lot of people on TikTok ask, do you get paid well? And that's a tricky question, because the answer is today, songwriters don't get paid well because of digital streaming compared to record sales and radio.
That damn streaming again. That damn streaming. Streaming effed the game up. It's not even $1 per play. And if it's signed to a record label and you got a bunch of people in your pockets, you really ain't getting no money.
And most songs don't really even end up on the radio. They just end up on the digital streaming platforms. Back in the old days, you could write an album track on a Britney Spears record and you could buy a house. No longer. Now you could buy a nice lunch. So a lot of people on TikTok.
I just had to add that in there, man. So I had to add that because you don't get an upfront fee. You don't know when the song coming out, and by the time you come, and if the artist is big, right? If the artist is a bigger artist, you get a piece of your royalty money. Yeah, all right. Next video, man. Next video. The hard truth about songwriters getting paid. Let's listen.
And it's tough for writers because you make no money as a writer. You don't get a song fee. You don't get any points on the master. It's very difficult to monetize.
Wait, which writer are we talking about right now? Like the person who's writing the lyrics?
A songwriter, yes.
They don't get any what?
Money. Back in the day, you could have like an album cut on like the Celine Dion album that like track 8 that nobody even fucking knows, and you could have gone and bought a house off that because the Celine Dion album went like quadruple platinum, and those are physical sales, $20 a pop. The issue.
Damn. See, with streaming, it took everything and broke into individual little pieces, right? But back in the day, it was an album. A physical album, a physical product being sold, and based on the album doing well, so you really was riding the back off the hit songs with your album cut. How amazing is that? Like you said, you could have bought a house. Oh, wish I would have did this 15 years earlier. But yeah.
The issue today in the streaming era is that not only are those streams not worth shit, 0.003 cents a stream. But because there's no physical sales, just being on a project, like I could get a cut on the Beyonce album and make like $1,500 off it. If you're not on radio, if you're not touching 9-digit streams, 8-digit streams, you're not really seeing any bread as a writer. And it's tough for writers because.
So yeah, that's yeah. So essentially, streaming killed music, man. Like this, because back in the day, it was a physical, a $20 CD, right? You sell 1 million units of a $20 CD. That's a lot of effing money. But now streams 0.003, something like that. Not even nowhere near $1. Oh, it's depressing. I'm sad. But I think for songwriters, man, I would say start making beats. Start, like, nowadays you gotta be more than just one thing. Like, I make beats and I also edit videos and do YouTube, and now I'm doing commentary. So because as a producer, right, or as a beat maker, you are dependent on other people, artists, to get your name popping, and they don't even want to give you credit. They don't want to pay you, and they don't want to give you credit. So my thing is, like, I'll just build my own platform. Fuck it, I'm done. So for songwriters, man, I'll say learn to make beats. Nowadays, you can just put a bunch of loops together and you make beats. Write the song, put the song on, and put AI on it. Put AI on it and put it out your damn self. Yeah, you probably fare off better. Alright, hope you enjoyed that. Let me know what else you want to talk about. And remember, all this shit is simple. You are not a problem, but Kelly out. Peace.